Hola! Today we are going to learn how to greet people in Spain. So let's say you're on the Camino and you have no clue what to say to people when you get there, and everything you do is dependent on your guide. That's not really cool. You would feel so much better if you knew the basics of the language. So I will teach you a few expressions today on how to greet people in Spain. So if you're friendly to people, it goes a long way, and they treat you a whole lot better if you try to speak their language. So here are some basics. Of course, the most basic word of all is hola. Hola. Don't pronounce H's in Spanish, it's just hola. You can say hola anytime, day or night. Okay? Hola. Go ahead and say it. Hola. So in the mornings, you will say buenos dias. Good morning. Okay? Go ahead and try it. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Now, afternoon, it gets a little tricky. So in the afternoons, you would say buenas tardes. That's a little bit harder to say. Or at night, you could say buenas noches. But in Spain, strangely enough, they just say buenas. So anytime in the afternoon or in the evening, you can simply say buenas. Buenas goes for afternoon and evening because they're both feminine. So you just say buenas. So in the mornings, we're going to say buenos dias. In the afternoon, you say buenas. So you can combine hola with that and say hola, buenos dias. Or you say hola, buenas. And just say it with expression like you mean it. Okay? Hola, buenas. So if you're walking on the Camino and you run into any of the pilgrims there, or if you're not even a pilgrim and you talk to pilgrims, you just want to wish them a good way, you just say buen camino. So you can say that any time of the day too. Okay? So hola, buenos dias, buenas tardes, horas buenas, and then buen camino. Okay. So, of course, you want to know how people are doing, or maybe somebody asks you this question. ¿Cómo estás? Is how are you? ¿Cómo estás? So, when you speak to one person, you will say, ¿Cómo estás? You can say, Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi, how are you doing? Buenos días. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? See how you can link all these together. How are you? Now, if you talk to two or more people, so a lot of people walk in groups, you say, ¿Cómo estáis? ¿Cómo estáis? How are you all doing? And then they would tell you how they're feeling. ¿Cómo está usted? If you're in a formal situation, you will use ¿Cómo está usted? So a formal situation could be if a National Guard person speaks to you or anybody in authority. You would say ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? So how do you answer the question, how are you? Most commonly, one would say bien or muy bien. If you're feeling very well, you say muy bien. So this is a very common expression in Spain. It's also used if you are, for example, in a lengthy conversation with somebody and they want to cut the conversation off. So the way for them to finish the conversation is a lot of times by saying muy bien, very well, and that's followed by, well, I'll see you later. So if you're not doing so well, you're going to say más o menos, more or less well. So más o menos, if you're not doing so well. Maybe you have foot pain because you've been walking on the camino and it's rather painful. You say, más o menos. ¿Cómo estás? Ay, más o menos. So when you say goodbye, there are various options we have. So the basic goodbye is adios, see you later, hasta luego. If you expect to see them again, you say hasta luego. If you want to leave it wide open, so maybe you don't know if you're going to see them again or not. You could meet up at the next albergue, or maybe you don't. You just leave it open. You say nos vemos. It's just see you. Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow. So maybe you're going to sleep. We'll see you in the morning. We'll say hasta mañana. See you in the morning. Hasta mañana. So let's have a little quiz. Do you remember how to say the following? Okay. How would you say hello? That's right. Hola. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? I'm okay. Bien or muy bien. See you later. Hasta luego. See you. Nos vemos. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Good morning. Buenos días. Greeting in the afternoon or evening. Buenas. Hola. Buenas. And how do you greet a pilgrim on the Camino? You say, Buen Camino. All right, that was great. So keep practicing. You can do this. It is very repetitive when you're on the Camino because you will meet new people all the time. Every day you're going to run into many, many, many people, and you'll have so many opportunities to practice this. So I highly recommend that you write down in a notebook some key expressions, such as the ones that I taught you just now, and you will see that this will go a long way. Just this one lesson will go a long way. Buen camino.